Numbers 12, verse 3. Here you have God's wonderful words about Moses. Now the man Moses was very humble, above all the men who were on the surface of the earth. You see God's inversion of values. The man who is the most humble is above every human being on the surface of the earth. Earlier we read that the man Moses was very great in the eyes of the people. Here, the man Moses, the same phrase, was very humble. So you see how, for God, humility is greatness and arrogance is the absolute pits, the bottom. Any form of pride puts you right down. You are nothing, absolutely, rightly nothing, and to be despised if you're proud and if you're arrogant. But the humblest man was above all other men on the surface of the earth. And yet, what do we mean by being humble? It doesn't mean being perfect. We've just read, in fact, 2 verses before, that he had married a Cushite woman, a non-Hebrew. And I think you could reason that that marriage was not particularly blessed and shouldn't have done that. There were times when Moses comes over as really angry. There are times when he argues back with God. There are times when he refuses to fully take blame for situations and so on. He was not perfect on the surface. On the surface he comes over as, well, okay, yes, a servant of God, but far from perfect. And yet he was the humblest man. It shows that deep inside the human heart, despite a man's surface level statements of anger, of frustration, of impatience or whatever, despite all that, and I'm not justifying all that, I'm just saying that Moses had all that on the surface, but underneath all that there was a huge humility. Humility in that sense is only evident to God. You might say, oh, he's very humble. Well, you don't know. And he's very proud. Well, you don't know what's in his heart, but God does. And God is looking very, very closely at the level of humility or the level of pride in a person, because that is the basis upon which God judges man and the basis upon which God evaluates human spirituality. Be humble, or be humbled. That's the idea.